Hello everyone, this is Teacher Erica and welcome to our virtual classroom. I hope all of you are doing well today. Are you excited to explore a new lesson in English? That's great. Here are our lesson objectives for this week. At the end of the learning module, you should be able to: Number 1, identify the degrees of adjectives in making comparisons. Number 2, form the comparative and superlative degree of adjectives in making comparisons. And lastly, use the degrees of adjectives in making comparisons. So for today, our lesson would be all about the degrees of comparison of adjectives. But what are adjectives, by the way? Adjectives are words that describe nouns or pronouns. For example, beautiful lady. The word beautiful here is the adjective that describes the noun, which is the word lady. Let me show you other examples of adjective. We have the word funny, pretty, expensive, rough, soft, quiet, intelligent, active, strong, old, boastful, large, cold, bright, heavy, green, honest, and clean. All these words are used to describe nouns. Well, apart from simply describing nouns, adjectives can also be used to compare things. These are the 3 degrees of comparison of adjectives. Number 1 is the positive degree, the second one is the comparative degree, and the last one is the superlative degree. Let's look at the pictures here. We have a cup of coffee, fire, and the sun. I want you to think of an adjective that we can use to describe all these pictures. Well, for me, it's the word hot. Do you also have the same answer? Great. Now, if we want to describe the coffee alone, we can say that the coffee is hot. But what if we want to compare the coffee with the fire? Which do you think is hotter? Of course, it's the fire. And we can say that the fire is hotter than the coffee. Now, what if we want to compare all the 3? Which do you think is the hottest? Obviously, it's the sun. So we can say that the sun is the hottest among the 3. All these sentences show the 3 degrees of comparison of adjectives. The first sentence shows positive degree, the second sentence shows comparative degree, while the last sentence shows superlative degree. Let's have another set of pictures. We have here a pig, an elephant, and a dinosaur. Now I want you to think of an adjective that will best describe all the 3 animals. Well, my answer would be big. Now if we want to describe the pig alone, we can say that the pig is big. What if we want to compare the pig with the elephant? Which do you think is bigger? Obviously, it's the elephant. We can say that the elephant is bigger than the pig. How about if we want to compare all the 3 animals? Which do you think is the biggest? Of course, it's the dinosaur. And we can say that the dinosaur is the biggest of the 3. All these sentences show the 3 degrees of comparison of adjective, which is the word big. So how do we use these degrees of comparison of adjectives? So the positive degree simply describes a noun. There is no comparison at all. The comparative degree compares 2 nouns to show which has a lesser or greater degree. We always use the word than after the adjective. There are rules in forming the comparative degree of adjectives. The first rule is by adding the letters ER to one-syllable adjectives. Examples: tall, taller; big, bigger; cute, cuter; dark, darker; soft, softer; low, lower. The second rule is by changing Y to I and adding ER for adjectives ending in letter Y. Examples: lovely, lovelier; heavy, heavier; funny, funnier; happy, happier; crispy, crispier. The last rule is by adding the word more before an adjective. Examples: polite, more polite; delicious, more delicious; confident, more confident; energetic, more energetic. The last degree is the superlative degree. This compares more than two nouns to show which has the greatest or least degree. We always use the word the before the adjective. There are also rules in forming the superlative degree of adjectives. The first rule is by adding the letters EST to one-syllable adjectives. Examples: tall, tallest; big, biggest; cute, cutest; dark, darkest; soft, softest; and low, lowest. The second rule is by changing Y to I and adding EST for adjectives ending in letter Y. Examples: lovely, loveliest; heavy, heaviest; funny, funniest; happy, happiest; crispy, crispiest. The last rule is by adding the word most before an adjective. We have here polite, most polite; delicious, most delicious; confident, most confident; energetic, most energetic. There are also irregular adjectives which do not follow any of the given rules. Here are some of the examples. We have good, which is the positive degree; better, which is the comparative degree; and best, which is the superlative degree. We also have bad, worse, and worst; many, more, most; and little, less, least. This table shows the positive, comparative, and superlative degrees of comparison of some adjectives. Examples: tall, taller, tallest; dark, darker, darkest; funny, funnier, funniest; crispy, crispier, crispiest; heavy, heavier, heaviest; polite, more polite, most polite; delicious, more delicious, most delicious. Now, using your pen and paper, let us try to answer this one. I want you to make sentences showing the degrees of comparison based on the given pictures and word. The first set of pictures here consists of a ruler, a string, and a road. And the adjective that you have to use is the word long. You may pause this video while answering. Now let me show you my answers. Number 1, for the positive degree, the ruler is long. For the comparative degree, the string is longer than the ruler. And for the superlative degree, the road is the longest of the three. Let's have another set of pictures. Here we can see a penguin, a crab, and an ant. And the word to be used is the word small. You may pause this video while answering. Now let me show you my answers. For the positive degree, the penguin is small. For the comparative degree, the crab is smaller than the penguin. And for the superlative degree, the ant is the smallest among them. Did you also get the correct answers? Great! Now for the last activity, I want you to complete the table below by filling in the correct degrees of comparison of adjectives. Again, you may pause this video while writing your answers. For number 1, the answer is closer. The superlative for the word close is closest. Number 3 is tinier. Number 4, tiniest. Number 5, healthier. Number 6, healthiest. Number 7 is more attractive. Number 8 is most attractive. Number 9 is more generous. And last, number 10 is most generous. I hope all of you got the correct answers. Let us remember that there are 3 degrees of comparison of adjectives. The first one is the positive degree. The second is the comparative degree, while the third one is the superlative degree. Well, before I end this video, I just want to share this quote with you. It says here, "Don't compare your life to others. There's no comparison between the sun and the moon. They shine when it's their time." So let's always remember that each one of us is unique. And God gave us unique gifts, abilities, and talents. If you still have any questions about our lesson for today, please feel free to send a message. I hope all of you learned something today. Thank you for watching and keep safe, everyone.